Mayday to you, mateys. Good to see you out there. Today's not a fishing day. Today is a day with my buddy, Tom Isherwood.
Howdy, everybody.
Tom's down, and we're going to make us something we love. Meatballs. That's right. Come on in the kitchen. Let's take a look. We're going to come in here. We're going to do a little bit of meatballs with you. Got about 18 pounds of hamburger there, it looks like. We've got all the spicy ingredients over here. We're going to throw those in. Don't worry about it. I'm going to let you know exactly what goes in there. So, stick around. First off the bat, great value. Not a sponsor, but I love them. They're Italian-style breadcrumbs. Gonna throw a little bit of those in your mixing bowl right here. Kind of like that. Gonna take some onion powder. Gonna add some of that. Onion powder kind of clumps. That's the last of my onion powder. So I'm gonna have to pick some of that up. If you take a look at my spice cabinet, it's loaded. Can't believe I only had one thing of onion powder. Some celery salt. Let's put a little celery salt. Just a little, because celery salt dominates. My camera holder just had a heart attack. Hold on. A little glitch. Okay, we're back. Thanks for being patient with me. Anyway, little celery salt, like I said, it dominates. So just a little bit of that. I'm gonna put that on top of the breadcrumbs. Some parsley flakes are going in there. Good bit of those. Oregano flakes. A little bit of those. And one thing I like to put is garlic powder, not garlic salt, garlic powder. Put some of that in there. And here's Longhorn's grill seasoning. This camera is a bummer. Gonna have to prop you like that, baby. Oh, Mayday, we got her fixed. Anyway, go ahead and put some of that Longhorn grilled seasoning in there. Awesome. Awesome blossom, baby. Then, after we put these spices back in the cupboard here, come on over here. Get you tilted down a little bit so you guys can see this a little better. We're back, baby. Parmesan cheese. Let's stick some of that Parmesan cheese in the mixture. Got it in there. It's in there. Pepper. Cracked pepper. It's in there. Like a lot of pepper. Give that meatball good flavor. Some salt. Using some bigger crystals. The kosher salt's a little bit bigger crystals, so just a little dab of salt in there. Salt brings out the flavor in food. A lot of times people don't want to use it, or they can't use it because of the sodium level, but just use a little bit. It's a natural food enhancer. Sometimes if you eat bland things and you're wondering why, it's because it probably wasn't cooked with any salt. And there's a lot of people out there that don't like to use salt. Me, I'm one of them. Don't like to use it, but have to use it because you need to have that flavor. I don't want to eat bland stuff. Okay, take a look here. Y'all see these? I grew these right outside. These are basil, fresh basil leaves, and we're gonna chiffonade those. If you don't know what chiffonade is, I don't either. Who cares? We're just gonna cut them up and throw them in there. Oh my God. These are gonna be in the meatballs, fresh, chopped basil, baby. It's going in there. It's going in there. Boom. Okay. I couldn't say bam because that had already been taken, so boom! All right, 18 pounds of burger, which is about, I think about 2.5 pounds. It's going in there. All right, we're gonna put that in there. And 1 egg. Some people don't use eggs with their meatballs. They don't think it's necessary to bind it. They've got the breadcrumbs as a binder. I put the egg in it because egg is a little added protein, baby, on top of the meat. And for these guns, we're gonna need more protein. Ha! See these hands? Wash them off real quick. Got some good hot soapy water there. Let's get the mixing. The oven on, guys. Oven's on at 360. Okay, 360 is my oven, and the reason why I go 360 is because 10 degrees hotter than 350. It's always better. Let's do this. We're gonna bake these meatballs. We're not gonna fry them. We're gonna bake them. So we're just gonna give this some mix. Get it nice and mixed up. Roll out some nice meatballs. Are you having fun yet? Those breadcrumbs that are in the bottom, you really want to get those moved through your meat. You don't want to take a bite of a meatball and half of it's breadcrumb. That's nasty. So get to mixing. Get in there with your hands and get rocking. So that's what we're doing right now. We're rocking it. And we're coming together pretty good. And one thing I did forget that I don't want to forget is a little bit of garlic. I'm gonna add some garlic to that meat mixture. Fortunately, like I told you in the last video, kind of out of garlic. My fresh garlic that I thought wasn't very fresh. Thank you, Walmart. But it's just hard sometimes to find fresh garlic. I don't think people grow it here in Ohio, and it comes from California or Mexico. And I like a lot of garlic in my meatballs. Probably going for a whole teaspoon there. You saw me take 2, but that's about a teaspoon. Took half of each teaspoon. Made a full teaspoon. Let's get back in there. Mix that around, mix it up, mix it up. Okay, now that we got this mixture mixed up, let's do a little bit of this. Making the meatballs. We're gonna make some nice big meatballs. Got a lot of burger here. Tom, he always likes to take some home with him. So we're gonna make up a good bit. What I have here is my pan lined with parchment paper. I like to cook the meatballs on the parchment paper, and it'll soak up some of the grease and everything and clean up some breeze with it. So we're gonna go ahead and use it. Plus the stuff doesn't stick and burn to the bottom of your pan. So these meatballs, I don't weigh them. I don't use a scooper. My hands are my scooper. They're always gonna come out one a little bigger than the other one or whatever. Try to put the bigger ones in the middle. Or if you think it's a little too big, rip it off. They're your meatballs. They're not mine, they're yours. You do them however you want. All right? So we got a couple meatballs sitting right here, and we are going to do the rest of this tray real quick and stick them in the oven, and you'll get to see that. We'll be right back. Okay guys, let's take a look at the meatballs now. And then we're gonna stick those bad boys in the oven. So we've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 meatballs out of that. And they're nice size. They're gonna go great. We're gonna stick those bad boys right in there. And they're gonna go uncovered for 1 hour. And while those bake, I'll start the sauce. Okay guys, we're back and we're gonna do a little sauce, and I use everything from a jar when it comes to sauce. I do have fresh tomatoes, but probably not enough to make this. And right here, just using a little bit of meatless traditional Italian recipe, whatever this stuff is, Del Gorgio or Del Grosso. Del Grosso. Just putting a thing of that in there and another small one of tomato, basil, garlic mixture. That'll go in there. And put a little water in these so we can shake them up and get the rest out of there. Do you do that? Leave a comment down below if you get every last drop of your tomato sauce with some water. Mix that up, dump her in. Some people might think, oh, it's going to be too watery or not, you know. It isn't. It never is. It's always pretty perfect whenever we do it this way, so I'm not worried about the water. Jar of canned mushrooms. I'm going to strain those right over the sink. Get the water off of them, squeeze them out a little bit. They're going to go right in the sauce. You know, I like mushrooms, and my spaghetti sauce will pretty much always have mushrooms in them. Some people don't like mushrooms, some people might be allergic to them. And so add tofu. If you like mushrooms and you can't eat them, try a little tofu. Ugh. Tofu's good in Asian cooking, but I don't know how good they'd be in spaghetti sauce. Probably not too good. And just gonna let that cook down. Put a flame under it. Let's go. Get it cooking, and it'll simmer. Sorry about that. Like my new hat? I like this hat. Go Tribe. And we're going to go ahead and let that simmer. Take a look at it. The mushrooms and sauce. We're going to do some garlic bread too, so stick around. The pasta water, we're going to put that on and just let it simmer away so it'll be hot and ready by the time the sauce and the meatballs and everything. People say don't put oil in your pasta water. I do all the time. You know why? Because the oil, that's grapeseed oil, the oil actually touches and puts a coating on the pasta, and then the starchiness, they don't all stick together and end up sticking to the bottom of the pan. And you know, you've had that happen, haven't you? Yeah, well, add a little oil. I did put a little salt in the water. I'll put a little bit more. Gonna go ahead and sprinkle that in there. And so salted pasta water with some oil, you can't beat it. Also, I'll give you a little cooking tip on sauce. When you see it start bubbling up, it's gonna end up all over your stovetop if you don't do this. Take a lid, place it about like that, leaving some gappage, okay? See that? A little bit of gappage. You want the steam to get out. And the reason you want the steam to get out, if you cover the pot directly over top, the steam's gonna build up, drip back down in the sauce and cause it to be really watery. So that will just keep it from splashing all over, and this will let the steam come out. So that's a little cooking tip that you learned right here from Mayday, man. Now for some garlic bread spread, we're gonna do this right here. We are definitely going to take some of our butter right here, throw it in there. Some of our garlic, back of the spoon, just put that in there also. Maybe a little bit more butter. Give that a good mix. mix that up really well. Take your bread, which I have a full loaf of Italian bread here, and cut it in half because I'm just going to basically fire it up with some of this bread. Cut it in half and then hack off a half of that also. Two halves. What we're going to do, take some of this bread, back of the spoon, just do a little bit of this, coating that bread right up. See that? It's just garlic and butter mixed together, coating the back of a piece of bread to make homemade garlic bread. We're also going to put cheese on this baby, Italian mozzarella cheese. So that's a little bit of garlic bread we're going to do there. We'll do that in the toaster oven, and don't need to put that in yet, but got them ready for war right now. Clean the rest of this butter out of here. Yeah, baby. Meatball time, guys. It's time to pull these bad boys. Take a look at them. Wow. They have browned up nice. Really nice. Can you see them? Get a whiff. Those are nice, baby. Nothing easier than doing that. The reason why it's so easy, you don't have grease splattered all over when you fry them. So they're gonna go in the pot right here. We're gonna bring this around and we're gonna start one by one throwing meatballs in the pot. Take out one of these trusty snapping tools. Get these guys in the pot. And I don't know if we're going to put them all in here, but we are. Might as well, right? Or we can take and freeze some. That's one good thing I've done in the past. I'll make an abundant supply of these things, and I'll freeze what I don't put into my sauce. That way, the next time I want spaghetti and meatballs, I'm already set. I just go thaw them out a couple days beforehand, throw some sauce together, throw them in the pan, and let them go. Let's take a look right here. Sorry it's only me filming, but let's take a look. Got the old spaghetti and meatballs right here. The meatballs are looking good. What do you guys think? Would you eat that? Leave a comment down below if you want an invite to dinner. Love to have you. Guys, one of the things that is a big problem usually is the amount of grease that you have left. What I recommend is the old pickle jar, any type of jar. I keep them under my sink and dump them in there, and then take them to a neighbor's house that you don't like and stick them on their porch or throw them on their porch and do whatever you want with them. Get rid of them that way. Nah, that's not a good idea. But got the sink running over here. Always constantly washing as I go. But anyway, do that. It's a good tip right there. Probably already knew it, but I figured I'd throw that in case some of you people didn't know that. Because one thing, you don't want to put that grease down your sink. Even running hot water. I wouldn't. There's just way too much grease. And I wouldn't chance putting that crap down my sink running hot water to hopefully thin it out. You'll have that stuff just gunking in your drains and grinding and gooing and that will be a Mayday. You don't need that. So don't put stuff like that down your drain, okay? This is what I'm talking about, guys. Put that grease in here. And then the parchment paper, look at this. Just rip the old parchment paper right out of there. It's nice and greasy. Drop her in your trash can. Hot water. Now there's only a little dab of grease in there that you can run hot water on to get the pan, get that grease to separate off of that pan and go down your drain. There's just not enough to really gunk up your drain. We're gonna let hot water keep going down through there. But the best thing, like I said, just stick it in a jar, throw it on your neighbor's steps or something, whatever you want to do. Hey guys, this is turning out to be pretty good. Got the water going with the pasta in, and take a look here at our garlic cheese bread in there. Looking pretty good. Got it under the broiler in the toaster oven, and we should be ready to plate up here pretty soon. Stick around, watch it, baby. Garlic cheese bread, looking good. I think she's about done. What do you guys think? Need a little browning on that one? I don't think. I think she's done. Let's bring her over here, set her down. Pasta's almost done. Give that a shot. Pasta will be done in about 2 minutes. And oops, and we will be eating. Okay, let's get that pasta water. That pasta dumped in the old strainer right here. Looking good. Some people rinse theirs, some people don't. Some people rinse their pasta, some people don't. I'm not gonna rinse mine. I like it a little starchy because it will hang on to that sauce a little better. So let's do that. Cook it up, not rinsed. Let's cut this garlic bread up. Sharp knife. Do that. Cut that bad boy. Take a look at those nice pieces, man. Those are going to go down good. Come on over here and get some pasta out. Whoa! I don't need that happening. How's that? Can you see? Yeah, I think you guys will be good. Let's take some of this pasta, put it on the plate here. Yeah, maybe I should have rinsed it. Huh. I think I'm going to. Give it a quick rinse, except for that little piece right there. All right, try this again. Looking good. Crap everywhere. Let's do a little bit of saucing here. Turn you guys this way. Oh my good golly. Here we go with a little bit of sauce. let's do that. You guys remember that, don't you? Is that thunder? Or is that sauce splashing? Oh yeah, that's gonna be killer. Piece of garlic bread. And Tom's got a fork already. So let's take this into Tom and see how he enjoys it. Fired up, Tom?
Oh my, that looks great.
Oh yeah.
Oh my, yeah.
There you go, buddy.
Thank you. Looks great.
Chow down.
I will here in a second.
All right, guys, we got it set. I got my plate. Tom has his. He's all fixed up. Just gonna say a quick blessing and get busy on this. Father in heaven, we give you thanks for this friendship and fellowship together and this meal. We ask you to bless it and please nourish it to our bodies. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, we're gonna dig in. I hope you guys like this, and I hope you try it. We snuck a meatball. I split a meatball in half, and Tom had half, and I had half before this dinner.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, we went nuts. They were great. They were really good. The last ones, and I'll be the first to tell you, if they're not good, and I tell you, or if I make them and they're not good, I'll tell you, they're not good. These ones are really good. I'm so glad that they turned out this way. The last ones I made, Tom liked, but I hated them. I was like, oh, these aren't that good. And these are good. So make them. Do what you want. I don't have a recipe. I never cook with a recipe. I add ingredients. You saw what I put in there. So try it out, mix it together, and go from there. But these are really good. We think one of the things, they taste so fresh. It's that fresh basil. So, glad you guys, watched the video. Until then, and next time, Mayday is out.